And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Already 6:30. Okay, I'm a minute late here. 6:31 as we begin our day. We got carried away. It's going to be a great show. We got a full show coming up at 7. We got a special guest in just a moment. He's here to talk about some wonderful things as Marion prepares for a great toy giveaway for kids. We're going to find out all about that with the chief. He's in the house with us, Randal Davis, one of the nicest folks you'll ever meet. It's going to be a blessing for you. We're going to make sure that happens. That's all coming up next as we get ready for that. It's cold, 32 right now, as we climb to a high of 57. That's not a lot. On top of that, it's going to be a gusty day, which will make it colder than it really feels. 20 to 25 mile an hour gusts periodically throughout the day. So it's going to be chilly. Be prepared for all that cold, cold, cold. Y'all ain't going to believe this, but I was reading a story a minute ago where the Pentagon may have fudged numbers to the American public. I translate that into the government done lied to us. They were saying there were roughly 900 troops in Syria. Turns out there's 2,000. Somebody must have just miscounted and it was an honest mistake. Always believe what they tell you, right? Yeah. I'm not getting a head shake in the entire studio, y'all. Texas, as we get ready for a new president coming January 20th, things are going to be changing at the border. To where it was an open gate before, now it's going to be closed. And this week, Governor Greg Abbott has started a campaign. And you go, well, what are you talking about? It's a billboard campaign facing the border, stating what will happen to you if you enter the United States. I won't go into what all it says. You can Google it out there, but it's straightforward. There's no beating around the bush of what it says. Greg Abbott taking a stand for America. I think he's a good guy. And I did not realize my mistake for years that he was handicapped. I had no idea. Most of the pictures you saw were from the waist up. And if you've never seen a press conference, you've never noticed that before. He's done a lot with a handicap and still ran a great state. That doesn't impair the way you work is what I'm getting at. A man can do a job with a disability. It happens there. Who's been running America? I see these stories every day. Now that people are starting to confess as someone is leaving office because they're no longer in fear of their jobs, they say from day one, he was not in charge. And I don't think that's a big shock to anyone. I think we all knew that when he ran. And we heard about popcorn and strange stories that didn't make sense. And, well, he'd become somebody else for a brief moment if he heard a story. But it's true behind the scenes, and I can guarantee you, y'all be looking for this over the next year, 2 years of memoirs coming out, books about what went on behind the White House scenes that America did not know. That is coming for sure. Y'all be ready for it. Are you? It may shock you. Now, each and every day, we got to go to Collinsville. We got to get a good word, dust off everything that's going in the world that's wrong, and get a good message. Let's go to Collinsville. Let's go to First Baptist now and get that.
Today we continue the season of Advent to prepare our hearts for Christmas. We're thinking on the manger's missional mandate. Every Christmas, the manger is a reminder of the mission of God, which will not be finished until Christ comes again. Today, we light the candle of peace. And we take our scripture from John 20, 19 through 21. On the evening of that day, the first day of the week, the doors being locked where the disciples were for fear of the Jews, Jesus came and stood among them and said to them, "Peace be with you." When he had said this, he showed them his hands and side. Then the disciples were glad when they saw the Lord. Jesus said to them again, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, even so I am sending you." Now, it was a terrible, sorrowful day filled with angst, the day that Jesus was crucified and buried. But just as he had promised, 3 days later, he was resurrected from the dead. Now, that Sunday morning that I just referenced, the ladies found Jesus' empty tomb, and Mary Magdalene even saw and spoke to the resurrected Jesus. Later that evening, he appeared to all the disciples, and his first word to them was, "Peace. Peace be with you." He wanted to quiet their anxious souls. But before Jesus left that day, he said to them again, "Peace be with you," and followed that up by giving them and us a mission. He sent his followers out into the world to take the peace that he's given us and to share that peace with all the world through the gospel. You see, the gospel of Jesus Christ is the gospel of peace. Every time you and I share that good news, we're offering peace to people, peace with God and peace with mankind. So this Christmas, may we spread the peace of Jesus. The manger mandates this mission. Merry Christmas. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. We're getting reports of a possible structure fire this morning, 26th Avenue and 9th Street. As more information becomes available on that, let me say that word again, available, we'll pass that along to you. I'm a little tongue twisted. I was up a little late last night. I hadn't got it all back just yet. We have heavy fire showing now, as I'm just getting updated on this. And again, this is 26th Avenue and 9th Street. Let's see here. Let me see if I can pull up a map on this real quick where we can all look at this before we have the chief join us here. 26, I've got it over here.
Down there by Jackson Florist.
By Jackson Florist. I've got a map here somewhere, and I can't find it. Anybody ever been that way? Yeah. Let's
Is that
see.
the area where the school district is, the central office?
Down there and
Yeah.
the credit union,
Yeah.
Let's do it. 26. That's not far from your office, is it?
not too far.
26. I'm pulling this up as we speak, and I apologize. I normally have this stuff handy at my fingertips, and this morning I do not. 9th Street. Boy, I'm not moving too quick here, y'all.
So the credit union is on the corner of 26th and 9th.
Let's see what we got here. As we pull this up, let's show this of where we're showing a fire. Here's 26 and 9th Street. It should be right along in here. We've got coming off 8th Street. Here's going to be the credit union. This will be right along in here. Right there is what we're looking at. As we get more information on this, we'll pass that in, get that to you quickly. This would be directly across the street from Webb Funeral Home, that direction going north on 26 is where this would be. So keep that in mind this morning in your travels. In that area, it's going to be a lot of fire trucks responding. Heavy fire showing this morning. As we look to that, the fire is in the upstairs of the home. It's a two-story structure as I look at this. So we'll have more to come on that in just a moment. As we said, the chief is joining us. Chief, good morning. How in the world are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Tell us what brings you out.
Just want to talk about our toy drive that we have on Christmas Eve, and I'm excited for it.
Now, you've done this how many years in a row now?
It should be around about 16. Actually, I've lost track of it, to be honest.
It is easily to do. And let me just show everybody the picture of what you've got coming up. This is it, the toy drive. You have a little help from a lot of little angels around the area, don't you?
Absolutely. Like I was telling everybody, we have a great community around here with NAS and some from out of state to make sure that this happens. And I'm just so glad to do it because, like I say, we don't want anybody to get up on Christmas Eve if we can help it and not have any gifts. I mean, that's what's discouraging to kids sometimes. So, we are inviting everybody. What we normally do, we open the doors to everybody and we make sure that each child gets some. We should be serving anywhere from 800 to 850 on hot dogs. It's going to be a big day for us. And then some of us will break off and go to the nursing home. We're doing fruit baskets for the nursing homes. We're doing turkeys and ham for the elderly homes.
That is good.
Marion. So it's going to be a big day for us.
Now, as we do this each year, let's remind everybody of what time this begins. Is it 8 a.m.? Is that when
8 a.m. And like I said, we want you to have the kids present. You know what I mean? A lot of
That's
times,
a must.
That's a must. A lot of times, people show up without the kids. It's for the kids. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And like I said, Scotty, I'm excited about doing this. You and I know there's a lot of people don't have money. This day
You're
and
right.
time, you know what I mean? And even if somebody did have money, it's for the kids.
Absolutely.
A lot of people get a misunderstanding about that. Christmas has always been for the kids. And we need to get back to the basics of handling our youth. And that's why a lot of our youth in trouble right now. We don't have that basic training.
Now,
That
it does. And things like this, the community comes together and they work so hard to make sure. And let me re-stress this. This is kids. As each of us most likely sat on Santa's knee at some point, this is what this is all about.
Absolutely. Look, everybody has been there. Everybody has been there and had this happen to them, and you know what kind of feeling it gave to you.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know why sometimes people answer, well, why do you do this? Come on now.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of Christmas some people had, but it was the best day of my life. First of all, we got out a couple of weeks early for school.
Yeah. It's excitement, isn't it?
It's exciting up until that day. I mean, even we can remember that,
And let me say this about a parent, and I don't know everybody's financial condition, but in your heart, I'm telling you, it brings a tear to my eye because I can remember the times of when you do not have the money to get what you want to give to your child.
Absolutely.
Ooh, it's heartbreaking.
Absolutely. The exciting part for us is, even when we shopping in Walmart, we see people with kind of expressions on their face of, maybe, maybe not, and you can walk up to them to that flyer and say, look, put your words behind you. Come see me December 24th at 8 o'clock. And that actually had happened. They was like, are you serious? But we live in Chunky or we live in Newton. I said, I don't care where you live at. Let's bring it on that day.
And let's get into that, Chief. And what time, number one, do people start lining up? And my second question on this is, well, let's ask that. What time do they start lining
Scotty,
up?
you was there last year. One lady, and this what really let me know that the drive is important. She was there at 4 a.m. You remember that?
I do.
We talked to her. And I asked her, say, hey, I don't start till 9, but her answer was, hey, you know what? I just want to make sure that my babies
Get something.
get something. And to me, it was just like somebody sitting outside the mall or somewhere when the new iPhone come out on
That's
Black
correct.
Friday. It was just unreal. And I'm always nervous about doing this. And so it starts at 8 or 9. I get there at 6 o'clock. But when I get there, people already lined up waiting on me.
Now,
Waiting on me in the cold.
my next question on this is, as we prepare for this, who can come to this?
Anybody.
You mean this? It doesn't matter if you're watching.
I don't care where they come from. See, here's the thing. If you set out to do something and you saying that, hey, you here to help people, I'm here to help people. I don't care where they come from. That's the whole idea. It's not just about Marion. It's, they can come from Meridian, West Alabama, Kemper, Union, Newton. And we have helped all of these counties before with the school drive. So I don't care where they come from.
Or what are the ages of children that can be helped in
Well,
this?
we help them all the way up to college. Because guess what? I'm going to put some school supplies out too.
I got
a
you.
bunch of book bags. Because you know what? School goes on all year. We got a program to school all year. So, yeah, we'll do that. And again, we want to help these kids that's going to college also, And you know what? If you get out and you talk to your people and you see your people, just like the subways. I have a lot of college students they go to college working in Subway.
Right.
Why you think they working there? They need me.
Exactly.
So, yeah, but like I say, very exciting day for the community. And, a lot of people just like coming, just giving back. That's their way of giving back. Say, hey, Chief, we're going to help you that day.
And let me tell you something. If no one has ever watched this, as people line in, you get to go in and you get to pick a toy. Each child does if they come on. As Chief said, it doesn't matter what walk of life, where you come from, where you live. If you're a child, you can get something here. And the volunteers that pitch in to help separate toys. And I know you hadn't had an office now in how many months?
Oh, it's been a couple months. And, I'm going to tell you something. The difference, and don't get me wrong, I support every organization that does this and help these kids out, okay? But we get a chance to meet and greet anybody there and talk to them. I remember one lady, she was there, and she said, hey, could you talk to my son? He don't want to go get a haircut. And one thing went to another, And I said, yes, ma'am. And I put a big guy, you know, say, hey man, what do you do? Are you playing football? He said, yes, sir. And you know what? I remember I had this one weight set that I had bought, and and I'm going like, who am I going? Come here, let me give this to you. And it all worked out. I said, you promised to go get a haircut. He said, yes, sir.
Made his mama
Yes, sir.
happy.
Yes, sir. And the exciting thing I tell you, dude, Scott, I should have brought one with him. I've always had as a kid, I never could get it, the Rubik's Cube.
I never could solve that either. Oh, did you solve
I
it?
took
Yeah.
it apart and put it back together.
Yeah. So I bought one. I bought one for the kids. And I'm going to challenge them today. I'm going to have somebody on the table. And I'm going to challenge them. Say, hey, whoever can put this together,
Uh-oh.
they can win a TV for me. Right there. Right there.
So you're going to have a Rubik's Cube. Who can solve it the first
Who
will
can
win a
solve it?
TV.
We're going to challenge somebody there. If they want to, I'm going to have somebody at that table with that cube there.
Well, you know we're going to have to cover that live.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't let something like that go unsolved.
But yes, very exciting day. And like I said, a lot of people sometimes don't understand. They don't understand why we do it. And, you know, sometimes I've had these people question me about, you know, say, Randal, you know, I probably seen somebody in your parking lot out there, they had Cadillacs in there. But you
I've
know,
heard that before.
Does that mean that they have a lot of money, people? No, it does not. And sometimes the kids suffer from mistakes that the parents make. But my thing is, we're there for the kids. We're there for the kids, and that's my answer, and that's what I'm gonna stand on. You know what I mean?
I like that.
They can drive up in a Hummer. If a baby comes out there, want some, he's gonna get it from me. She.
Again,
you know?
this is about the kids at the end of the day. Y'all don't forget that. We'll be right back. We got more coming up with Chief. We're going to tell you a little bit about the weather and what to expect today. This is a great thing, y'all. We'll be right back.
This is going to be our biggest year-end clearance event ever here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia. Inventory is up and rates are finally down. We promise to save you thousands on any of our new inventory. From Siennas to Sequoias, Camrys to Corollas, Tundras, Tacomas, no matter the model, we will not be undersold. We want your business. With interest rates as low as 1.99%, top dollar value for your trade-in, and thousands off all of our inventory, Doc's Toyota is your clear choice for your next Toyota purchase. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia, at docstoyota.com or on Facebook, and remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The most wonderful time of the year is just around the corner, and Al's Garden and Gift is ready for a magical Christmas season. From sparkling Christopher Radko ornaments to custom wreaths by Wanda, we've got your holiday decor covered. Looking for the perfect gift? Try our custom baskets packed with treats like Mississippi cheese straws and old-fashioned peppermint sticks. And be sure to add vibrant colors to your outdoors with pansies and snapdragons. Charm and beauty await your home this wonderful season. Merry Christmas from Al's Garden and Gift.
And welcome back. We have a correction to make.
Yeah, that fire is 29th Avenue and 9th Street. So that's going to be right behind the auto parts store, Advanced Auto, there on 8th Street, that big intersection. Go north one block. We are getting reports that possibly 2 people are inside. Metro is on scene. There was some ammo going off, most likely, say some loose ammo, which isn't as bad. It won't go through turnout gear or anything like that with the firefighters inside, because the shell casing is not contained, and it just kind of explodes right there with no direction. But 29th Avenue, 9th Street, fully involved home, just right down the road from one. So, and I'll tell you, the way these guys work, it's not going to take long for them to be under control, getting these people out.
Here, that would be right here is what we're looking at.
There we go.
Advanced Auto Parts that you mentioned here at 29th Avenue, where we had here's Hair Queen. You go due north past the gas station. Right here is where this fire is going to be. So that's the latest that we have. We're a block over as we get into this.
Just be careful. There's going to be fire trucks, teams in that entire area. So 8th Street should be safe to travel, but 29th Avenue right now is most likely going to be blocked. So if you come down 29th coming into town to get on the interstate, you'll have to find you another alternate route for right now.
All right, as we get more developing information on this, we'll pass this along. That'll be coming up to us in just a moment there. Bad house fire right behind Advanced Auto is what we're saying. The road is blocked. Somebody just sent in to us. So as we get that information, we'll get that on. Well, let's check the weather forecast.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back. As we get into the weather forecast, we go back for, well, this day. 1990, a high of 77 is what we had. Our record low was set in 1901 with a record of 10. That was a cold day. Our outlook for today is 57 at best. We're going to see partly sunny skies, especially as we go northward there. We'll see 53 in Philadelphia, a little cooler there. And do not forget 25-mile-an-hour gusts today. Burr, as we look across the Bama state line, 56 there at Demopolis. Tuscaloosa should see 52. And as we get to Birmingham, about 50. And anything north of there, we're going to see 40s for the high today in Alabama. Now, as we come across, hot weather expected there. As we go to the 7-day forecast, here's what we got. 56 today. Now, pay attention tonight. We've got to be prepared for our kids and all of the animals. 28 for a low tonight. Bundle up. Make sure you've got your gas and wood taken care of. 48 for a high tomorrow and back down to 28 again. Oh, it's going to be cold this weekend. As we look to Sunday, we look to be 52 and 31, still below freezing. Christmas Day, 67, a high of 53. There is a chance of rain. We can't leave that out there.
Wow. What about Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve looks, that's Tuesday, 64, and a few clouds, and 49. It's going to be perfect weather for your event, Chief.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That's great news.
Great news for me.
As we look all the way to the new year will roll in with 64 for a high, 42 for a low. Only a slight chance of rain on New Year's Day, all the way through the 3rd with highs in the 60s mostly. We'll dip a little bit into the 50s there as we roll into it. But look at this, the 27th. We're going to be hot. 70 is what we're looking at there. So a lot going on as we near the beginning of the new year. Chief with us again. Remind everybody of when you're going to be doing your Christmas giveaway, Chief.
It's going to be Tuesday, December 24th from 8 to 1. And like I say, I really encourage the parents to make sure that they have the kids with them. And, we have had parents say, hey, but we're willing to go pick them up. I'll have a shuttle going if we have to go pick these kids up and get them here to us. And like I say, Scotty, the good thing is, thinking about all the young kids, the Boy Scouts, and different little groups that want to come and help us out. So this is, like I say, just a good day for the community to help out and have a good time. But like I said, the young Boy Scouts will be there with me Monday evening and Girl Scouts Monday evening to help us get everything together. And they want to participate.
Right.
People out, we even going to do coffee. I got young people say, hey, we'll put the coffee out. So, man, we're going to try to deliver it in every way we can that day.
Come on out and enjoy everything that's going to be happening Christmas Eve in downtown Marion. If it's a kid, they need a toy, come see the Chief and all the good folks that's going to be helping out for this. We got the morning show getting underway in just a few moments from now. Join us, won't you? We're going live at 7. Join us back. We'll tell you what's gone on in the last 24 hours, the good, bad, and the ugly, as Clint Eastwood would say. It's coming your way next at the Scotty Ray Report.